Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jen and I talk about trending topics on the internet and things that just interest me, and hopefully they will interest you. And today we're going to be talking about tripTok.
So lovely. Everything about him was a green flag, and I was like, so when was the last time you had a dance? And he was like, oh, well, the last time I was at a script club.
In this video, I am just going to refer to them as just dances because I'm too scared YouTube's going to flag something or something's going to happen. I don't know. If you haven't heard of tripTok, tripTok is dancers showing their lives on TikTok.
Okay, so I'm off to the Spicy Club. It is 10 p.m. on a Sunday, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. When I get there, I need to get ready because I'm so late.
But the one thing about this sort of niche is the way that these girls count their money on camera.
Anyway, let's get into the count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't right. That wasn't the right count. Oh my god. That's $600. 660. 70, 80, 90, 100. That's $700. $735 for a Wednesday night.
I find it really just bizarre that they're sitting there after their big night out of dancing half naked. Love that for them, kinda, I don't know. They come home early hours of the morning and before they go to bed, they're like, hold on. Let me just whip out my phone and just count how much money I made in a night.
Hello everyone, let's do a money count. I just got home from a shift at the script club. It is currently 7:15 in the morning and the civilians are out doing their morning walks and I still have not slept. So this is what I made on Friday night and this is what I made on Saturday night. So
does anyone else feel like this is a really odd concept? Like, I get it. We're in social media world where everyone overshares everything.
I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I have had over 100 films in the last 12 months and I've filmed a third of them.
Guys, I got my 4 roots in.
But I find it odd that they're just sitting there counting their cash. And the reason I find it odd is because any other industry or anything else, people would find this a little bit arrogant or showboating or a bit of a flex. Like, we do live in a time where people do flaunt their money.
Paid $335,000 cash for it, which is insane.
But I just don't know why we're watching people just count their bills that they have made in a night for dancing half naked.
She pulled through. It's now 2:30 in the morning and I'm here to count my money for you guys. So, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 720, 30. $730. So yeah, that's really good for a Thursday night, especially in quiet season.
If that's what you want to do with your life, go for it. I just don't know if I want to see how much money you made. Maybe I'm a little bit jealous, but I just can't do that. I can't dance for other people and make a profit and still keep my morals in check. That's just my personal opinion.
Get unready with me whilst I count how much money I made scribbing last night.
I should say it's not just dancers, it's also girls who do FS, and if you don't know what that is, because I only recently discovered this, is full service X work.
I had 2 clients last night and this is how much money I made doing FS. I got home so late last night, it was like after midnight. And you're probably wondering, like, why don't you just stay at your hotel? When I'm traveling for work, obviously I can't, but when I'm not, I just like to go home and be in my own bed. If I stay at a hotel, it kind of just feels like I'm still at work. You know why they always give me 50s? Like, it would make so much sense just to work with hundreds. I'm so freaking grumpy today.
They just sit there counting their money, like it's something to be proud of.
you guys wanted a money count for my overnight booking, so here it is. This is probably the most money that I have made doing FS.
Let's do a money count later.
Which I get it, you earned that money, girl, like you earned it, good on ya. But why do I have to watch it? Any other industry, you would be looking at this like, I don't care. So why are dancers or ex-workers flaunting their cash around? And I've come to a few little thoughts about this. My thought is, one, are you justifying what you're doing because you earn X amount of dollars? And so you thinking, oh yeah, it's okay what I'm doing because I make this much money from just dancing. But if you think about it, once you watch this, you think, oh yeah, I want to make that sort of money. That's enticing. But you don't see what these girls are actually doing to get there. Yes, you know they're dancing, but you're not seeing it, and you're not getting that sense of feeling of what it's like to be in a strip club. I have never been in a strip club. I would never know. So I just want to fully put a disclaimer out there. I don't know what it's like. But what I do know is, why is this on TikTok? Are we trying to encourage young girls into getting themselves into this type of work? Because I don't think that's okay. Like, yes, everyone wants to earn that sort of money. Yes, that looks like the dream. But is it really the dream, or are these creators just trying to justify what they are doing? Because what they are doing is demoralizing for most people. And I do think it takes a select type of person to do this sort of work. I just want to know, if any other industry was to do this, would it get the same sort of attention? If one of your biggest YouTube creators told you how much money they made from a video, yes, you would be curious to know. But again, flaunting that isn't really a flex. It's just not humbling for most people to be flaunting cash around. So why do these girls think it's okay to sit there and count their money?
I only got tips. I consider a good night to be like $3,000.
How they fumble in their bags, get their money out. It's normally all scrunched up, and they just sit there counting their cash. And the funniest part is, when they've had a bad night, you will know when they have had a bad night, because that normally starts off, oh, my night was really slow, but let's do a money count.
Hi guys, I just finished work and it is a Friday today, so I'm not too happy with how much money I've made, but you know, this is all, and I'm just surprised because it's school holidays, and I guess the dads and the brothers are acting good on the holidays, taking care of the kids except me, but you know what? I can't complain. It was a Friday night. I usually do a lot better, but this is how much we've made. So we put the 20s down first. Some people were being quite tight. I'm not sure why. And also this 50 has the name Ruby on it. So whoever you are, Ruby, thank you very much. So I want to count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
$1,540. Like, I mean, it's okay for one night. Like,
And they seem disappointed with the money that they've made, even though for most people working a minimum wage job, it's their weekly pay. My issue is why is this allowed on TikTok? Kids don't need to see this, and if a kid stumbles across this, they might think that's the career direction I want to go in. I don't think we should be promoting this, because if you want to become a dancer, you will become a dancer whether there is a TikTok video on about it. Just my thought. I think it just glamorizes this sort of lifestyle. I don't think enough of these creators talk about the downside to this life, because I'm sure there is a lot of negatives. And I'm sure there's probably some sexual assaults that are happening that people probably wouldn't take so seriously, because a lot of people will be like, well, you put yourself into that situation, that's your own fault. No, these are still humans and they deserve to have respect. But I'm sure it does happen. I'm sure there is moments with these dancers that should not happen but do happen, and I don't think a lot of people speak out about that. They just see 100, 2, 3, 4, like it's a non-stop thing. The other thing about these creators is some of them talk about their location.
Hi guys, so I just got back from the Ship Club. It was my first ever night dancing at a Gold Coast ship club, so I did like a trial night. So I'm going to do a money count.
I have a money count on how much I made a Thursday night in Melbourne.
And I find that odd, because I'm like, what about your safety? You're just sitting there saying, I'm in Adelaide, I'm in Gold Coast. Do you not think there are some bad people out on the internet?
Little pigs, let me come in.
Thinking, oh, I'm going to go where they live and hopefully I can track them down and, I don't know, attack you?
Here's Johnny.
You don't think you're not putting yourself at risk here? And while you're flaunting your thousands of dollars on camera, maybe people were thinking, I'm going to stalk this girl. I'm going to attack this girl and I'm going to take her money. Because that could happen. I don't think these girls are taking their safety very seriously by flaunting all their cash out there and saying their location. Because even if you are trying to bring in new clients, which I'm sure that's why some of these girls do this, I just don't know if this is the right route to go down. Girls, think about your safety. If you want to be a dancer, maybe be a bit more discreet. And that's the other thing. When did discretion ever stop being a thing? Because I personally know if I was to be a dancer, which I wouldn't, but if I did, I would be so fucking paranoid that someone would see me out on the streets, and especially because I've got tattoos, I'd be like, they're going to identify me. They're going to know I just danced on a pole for freaking 6 hours and something's going to happen. That's my thought process, and that's why I'm not a dancer. I hope these girls know that once this shit's out on the internet, it is going to be out on the internet forever. What about in 10 years' time when you're maybe not a dancer and you think, oh shit, I need to get an actual job, but I've shown all this stuff on the internet and now I can't get a job because I used to be a dancer. Employers probably don't want to see that you have been a stripper a dancer or an ex-worker and be employed for their company. They probably do not want to see that. They don't want someone to represent their company who is that. And I'm not saying you can't make something out of yourself if you are a dancer or an ex-worker, because obviously celebrities have like Cardi B, Lady Gaga, even Brad Pitt was a stripper at one point. Oh, sorry, dancer. He said he loved it, you know? People say that they love it, but a lot of people have some regret about it. Can we just admit that maybe you do some shit in your 20s and you're like, oh shit, I regret that. Like if I showed you what I was like in my 20s, you'd be like, girl, you were off the rails. Which I was, because I was 20, young and stupid. Oh, hey, you can see my face! And I'm glad the internet wasn't such a big popular thing when I was 20, like it was. There was Snapchat. I was definitely on Snapchat. I definitely posted some shit on Instagram that probably shouldn't have reached the surface. But when you're in your early 20s, that frontal lobe is still developing. Amy's like, thanks, love. He doesn't know what the going on with life, do you?
What?
You are still not mature enough. I have tattoos. I regret a couple of them. I'm like, well, that looks shit. So what I mean is, why are these dancers promoting themselves on TikTok for the internet where it will live forever? And for these girls' safety, stop saying what location you are in. You never know who you're going to attract and who's going to attack you.
Here's Johnny.
You don't know. I'm just saying. tripTok to me is the most ridiculous thing I've ever come across. Stop counting your money on camera because you look obnoxious and you look like you're trying to justify what you do for a living because you make X amount of dollars shaking your ass, half naked, whatever, and glamorizing that sort of industry. That's all I have to say about tripTok. Stop it. Stop counting your money like your life depends on it. Nobody cares.
100, 200.
You want to be a stripper? Be a stripper. I don't want to see how much money you make because I'm poor. That seems like that came from a really dark place, which it may have. I don't know why it's a thing, and I don't know why girls are glamorizing this. Let me know your thoughts on tripTok. Would you become a dancer? Would you do X work? What do you think? Do you think these girls are going to regret this decision that they've decided to make? Because we have all seen some OF creators regret that they made an OF. And the thing is, the internet will never let it go. The internet is a dark, dark place. Shit never leaves. Digital footprints are a thing, girls. If you're going to make your tripToks, remember, in 15 years' time, it will still be there. If you have children, it will still be there. Just, that's it. That's my video. I hope you guys like this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.